One of the first things I want to ask is those that have less than a year experience around horses, raise your hand. Okay. Let's put you in a little group because I'm going to pick on y'all. So everybody that's got less than a year experience, I want you over here. Okay? Can you hear me okay, Lloyd? Okay, now, who have less than 6 months experience with horses? Raise your hand, don't be ashamed. Okay, so just stand over there just a little bit. I won't pick on you too much. Okay? All right. There we go.
There's a horse. You're lucky I didn't brush you all up.
Just getting ready for you.
All right, first of all, my name is Gene Salvis, and I'm going to teach you a couple of things, mainly to have fun with horses, okay, because that's what it's all about. I want to thank Miss Kelly, and I want to thank the people that are affiliated with Saddle Up, instructors and people like that, for listening to me when I run my mouth, okay? But my main goal is safety, for everybody's safety, for going down from 6 months to a year to 20, 30 years experience. It's still all about safety. So I want to thank everybody for listening to me when I suggest, because basically that's what you do with horses. So kind of like the way I treat people, I treat horses the same way. First of all, that's respect. All right, I have a little thing, it's called art. The first thing in art, with the letter A, is attitude. Now, I know some of you may have already heard this, but I'm going over it for the ones that haven't haven't heard it before. A-R-T, very simple. Attitude, respect, trust. The first thing is attitude, but it's not the horse's attitude. It's your attitude. Okay, your attitude when you come in here, and especially with what we do here, and there's a lot of pride to be taken in this, as whether you're volunteered or whether you're paid or whether you're salaried or whatever it is, there's a lot of pride in what we do out here. So I want every one of you guys to feel special, because you are special. By the same token, the people that we put up on the back of these horses are special. And last but not least, but the horse themselves are special. So when we keep that attitude in mind, things are going to run smooth. And I really liked the way things ran today. It was flat out amazing. We had a couple little issues with the horses that we felt, Melissa said, I don't think we should go. Not a problem, we pulled them out. But I think, especially the last, can somebody grab my clipboard over there? It's up there on the, what I was doing is I was making notes on different things of what handlers were doing and what the horses were doing. So I got the horses' names right here. Not so much the handlers, because the handlers were doing a pretty good job. I did talk to 1 or 2 handlers on a couple of things they could do to improve. But the horses had some issues. Mostly they were physical issues. So when a horse has a bad attitude, it's mostly going to be a physical. And the ones that didn't have a pretty good attitude today that we had to pull them out, it was a physical problem. Because they can't tell us my back hurts, my foot hurts, my hip hurts, I got a headache. Stuff like that. They can't tell us that, okay? And I just stepped beyond my thing here. Okay, sorry about that. But now, here's the thing. As these horses were being worked, because some of them started out a little rough, but not bad, nothing major. But then as they got more, and Jem is one of them, that she was, how many did you use her in? About 3? 4. But did she not get better in each one? Yeah, she got a lot better with every one, because a working horse is a happy horse. Believe it or not, but these horses know their job. Or at least they're going to learn their job, but they're going to be happy doing it. So the last one that I was here for was her bigger class. It had 5 horses. Joker, who's the new guy, came in with Mr. Hercules, and you see how quiet and calm he is out there. He's enjoying life. Roxy, Remy, Jem, and Snowy. And guess what I got right there? A big old smiley face. I didn't have to put a comment on any of them because they were all doing their job. the handlers were all doing their job. And even the instructor there was doing her job. But I'm telling you what, that's what you want. That's what you want. So I'm very pleased with the way things went this morning. There's a few things with the horses that I will have to massage and work out. All right, so anyway, getting back to art, that's attitude. R is respect, okay? Respect. You have to earn that respect of the horse. Okay, you expect that horse to respect you right away. But we have to earn that respect, all right? And then along comes trust. Now, the horse has to be able to trust you. And you, in turn, have to trust the horse. You really can't have one without the other. You can't have respect and no trust. And you can't have trust and no respect. So you have, those two really actually work hand in hand. You need that. So that's my little thing, art. Attitude, respect, trust. A good attitude comes more easily when we walk in thankfulness. Okay. And what that means is, look at us right here. We all are pretty normal physically, right? So that's thankful. Be thankful for that. And our job here is to help the ones that can't. All right? So a good attitude, be thankful for what you can do for these people. And that'll keep you in line. That'll keep your attitude, that your thought process will be, what can I do to help this person? What can I do to help this horse? All right? Now, the body language of horses is not hard to figure out, but you do need to have some kind of experience. So who's the ones with a year less? Raise your hands. So what you all will see a horse do because you think that they're doing something wrong or that they shouldn't be doing that. Well, maybe these people will say, well, no, there's a reason why your horse just did that. But because of their experience, they've learned a little bit about the horse's body language. And a lot of that is learned through doing it. Just doing it. It's just like in anything else, whether you learn a new game or a new career or a new job, you get involved in it and you learn the intricacies of it. You learn everything that there is to know about it. Then you become a professional. Then you become good because, well, professionally you got to get paid to do something, but you can get to that level because you can look at a horse and say, oh, that horse did that because of that. And so you don't get all excited. Right now, if a horse does something like all of a sudden swings its head back real quick, you're going to go, oh no, he's going to try to bite me. But they'll go, oh no, the reason why I did that, he had an itch or he had a fly on him. Okay, so see the difference? But that's all in what you will learn from here on out. And then this is something that they already know. But they still have to learn every day. It's an everyday process. Okay? And the reason why I wrote this stuff, I normally don't like to have notes because it does look a little unprofessional. But here's the thing. I've been able to observe a lot of the horses these last month, at least this last month. So there was a lot of things that I thought, you know what, I need to bring this up in the next clinic. So that's what I did. That's why I got these notes here. Now, when we go and we look at a horse, their eyes will tell us a lot. If they're nice and soft, almost like dreamy-like or actually snoring, eyes closed, then you know that things are going pretty good for that horse. But if their eyes are a little bit wide, and you got that head up, it might be a problem somewhere. Now, what could the problem be? Well, whoever is handling, how many here do we have as that have been upgraded to horse handler? Okay, so what you have to know is this horse suitable today? And if he's not, is it something that I can fix and help? All right? Sometimes he might have got up on the wrong side of the stall. All right? Came up, woke up with a headache or something. Who knows? We don't know because we don't sleep with the horses. You know, we're not here watching them 24/7. So we have to kind of figure out a little bit, well, what is wrong? And can we work it out? And yes, sometimes we can work it out. We have to do what we call getting them left brain. Okay, left brain is thought for the horse. Right brain is instinct. When you're handling that horse and it's right brain, you could get hurt, the horse could get hurt, and anybody else that's around can get hurt. But when the horse goes left brain, then that means they're looking to you to be the alpha, to be in charge of their safety. And that's the number one thing horses look for, is safety. So you have a big responsibility, you horse handlers. You that aren't horse handlers yet, but will one day graduate up to it, watch your horse handlers. Learn from them. You can learn from anybody here. Everybody has something to share. I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers. Okay? And if I don't have the answers, I've got books. I've got videos. I've got a mentor that I go to when I have an issue with the horse that I need help with. So I know that I can give this horse the best I've got to offer. You'll learn that as you grow more into the horses and fall more deeply in love with horses. And you'll learn that even more because you've already got a nice head start. And it'll bring that up, that level of your horsemanship up. Even Pat Pirelli, Monty Roberts, any of those guys, Buck Buchanan, any of those guys will tell you it's a constant learning process. They don't have all the answers either. And there are some times when they have to walk away from a horse. Now, how many have seen the movie Buck? Okay, remember that one horse that was pretty rank? Beautiful color. Never seen a colored horse like that. I mean, he was like Palomino paint. I don't know how to describe him. He was stunning. He was beautiful. When he was born, he had lack of oxygen. So it kind of affected his brain. And a lady had him, I don't know, I guess he was about 10 years old or something when she brought him to a clinic. And so Buck, did a little work with him. He had somebody do a little work with him and everything else. Man, that horse that, they thought they had it going. And that horse turned and really got a hold of the guy. How many remember that? That horse going after that one trainer in the round pen and just literally attacking him. And the woman had a concern with it, of course. So she went to Buck. And he told her, there's nothing I can do. You have to walk away from it. And that's one of the hardest things to do. Because I feel that I haven't done my job. And I've walked away from about 3 or 4 horses. And I feel that I haven't done my job. But maybe there's something there that horse doesn't like me. Or maybe he didn't like my mustache. I don't know. It could be any number of things of why this horse doesn't like me. But what I have to understand is I can't help him anymore because of his dislike for me. Now, can somebody else come in and help him? Probably so. It's just a personal relationship between me and this horse. And I've had 4 horses that I've had to walk away from in a 12-year period. And that's not bad odds, because most of the horses, they fall in love with me, especially my massager. But the ones that I had to walk away, I don't take it personal, but it does bother me that I couldn't help them. I did want to help them and I couldn't do it. So as you go along, you progress and you get better and better and better. You can feel yourself getting better, because what happens when you learn more about what you want to do? What comes into play? Confidence, right? And that's the same thing that we're doing for these horses, is building up their confidence. But we have to have the confidence first a little bit. Once we get the confidence up, then that horse is going to know that we have a good idea of what we're doing. Pirelli has a little thing that says, a horse doesn't care how much you know until the horse knows how much you care. Okay, so just think about that for a minute. A horse doesn't care how much you know. You can have a horse encyclopedia in front of you and close the book and you can recite everything in there. But if you don't really care about the horse, it doesn't matter what you know. You have to care for that horse. You have to be in love with this, really, to do this. Even farriers, even veterinarians. I mean, I see farriers that almost hate what they do. It's just a job to them, and that's a shame. That's a shame. They should be in love with what they're doing. Because you're helping, you're providing a service for somebody, and especially with us, the service that Saddle Up is building, the service that they provide is priceless to help people that most part, they can't help themselves. So for that little half hour that they come out here, where did I see a sign that said, I think it's in Kelly's office, and it says, riding a horse is a freedom, is like having our freedom for the time we ride, or something like that. I mean, it is. I mean, we get up on this beautiful animal. Look how gorgeous he is. Come on, who can't fall in love with that? Right? Look at him. He's stunning. What has he got between the ears? That's what we have to find out. And so far, you guys did a great job.
Thank you.
You really did. I mean, I'm impressed.
Yay, Melissa.
Well, and you did a great job. So, but anyway, care. Show that you care. And look, you can baby talk the horse. So I don't care what you do. Just show that horse that you really care about it, that you like being around them. Okay? It's a privilege to be around these animals. How many people, see that? He agrees. How many people that live in the cities? I mean, they don't get, I'm talking big cities like downtown Chicago, New York City, Los Angeles and stuff, that don't have this opportunity that you people have. See, this is a privilege and an honor. Okay? All right, now, let's go on to the next subject. Kind of going back to what I said in the beginning, a good attitude comes more easily when we walk in thankfulness. And we walk, every one of us here should walk in thankfulness for our abilities to be able to get out of bed and take a shower and dress up and go to work or go to school or whatever. We got to walk in this thankfulness, because you don't know when there may come that day, and hopefully it never does, that we may be in the shoes of these people that come to Saddle Up. Okay, so I wanted to really kind of stress that as volunteers. Okay, you're important. Who's the youngest one here? What's the ages of you guys here? Give me your age. 13. Anybody younger than 13?
No.
Okay. You're only 13. Ah, teenager. Oh my God. We still got another 6 years. But you're important. I want you to understand that. Regardless of what you know or what you don't know about horses, you're important. Okay? And I want you to feel important. But along with that importance comes responsibility. And you have to learn that responsibility.
Hey, G.
And learn it well. Yes?
Up there, bald eagle.
Oh my.
That's a good one.
Beautiful. Look at that. You got that, Loy? Beautiful.
That's a good sign, guys.
That's a good sign. You're darn right that's a good sign. I used to work on a 660-acre ranch, and I got to see 2 bald eagles doing their mating process. Oh my God, that was stunning. There was only one catch to it. There was a vulture. And I guess he thought he was a bald eagle, and he was trying to get in on the deal. Yeah, well, I don't know if there's ever been a chance of crossbreeding vultures and bald eagles, but I don't know if I'd want to see what it looked like. Yeah, look at that. Stunning. He's hunting for something. They're predators too. They look for stuff. All right, very good. Now, when we talk about the horses here at Saddle Up, it's very important to remember something. Now, I told you I worked on a 660-acre ranch, but those horses had access to being out in the pasture 24/7. We barely used the stalls, which made it nice for me because I didn't have to clean them all the time. But we barely used the stalls. We just brought them in if the weather was kind of inclement, or if we had a horse that was sick a little bit and stuff like that. But horses really are meant to be out. But we have a situation here that everybody's heard about service dogs, right? Well, these guys are service horses, right? They perform the same duties as a dog does. Only it's a little bit more of a higher level than a dog. And I'm not taking anything away from service dogs. But what I am saying, instead of dealing with a 75-pound dog or a 10-pound dog, we're all dealing with 1,000-pound or better horse. But the neat thing about horses is that they do not want to hurt anybody. They really don't. If they have an issue, there's a two-legged creature behind that horse that caused that problem. I will blame it on a human before I blame it on that horse. Okay? Because their instinct is to take off when things don't go right. So I will blame that human for whatever problem that this horse has. Now, in the case of that one horse that I told you about in Buck, all right, what a shame, because he was stunning. I'm looking at him, and it's like, God, this horse he would clean up in halter classes. He would clean up, but there would be nobody that could handle him. And you wouldn't want to get him near other horses and other people. Unfortunately, they had to put him down. The woman had to make a choice, and that was a hard choice for her, I believe. So these horses here are in a unique situation because they provide such an important service. But they don't get a lot of pasture time. I mean, they get maybe, 3-4 hours, and that's not anybody's fault. It's just that the way it is. So they spend a lot of time in their stalls. So if you envision yourself having to stay in your bedroom 20 hours out of the day, now you might have TV, you might have this and that, computer and all that, but how long will it be before you kind of get bored of it? See what I'm saying? So what we do as volunteers and horse handlers is to help these guys, our four-legged friends, and say, hey, we're going to do something with you today. We're going to maybe just hand graze them, or, whatever the scheduling is. Always check your scheduling, because I don't know what half the schedules are myself. So I always ask, are you going to use so-and-so, for a certain thing or a time or anything like that? And if they're not, and I have the arena, I will play games with my horse, with my friend. All right? And so when he sees you coming with a halter, which he's still got on his head, or a lead line, even a saddle, you want him to go, hey, we're going to do something today. We're going to have some fun today. And that's what it's all about. It's fun. So they are in a unique situation, so we care for them, going back to caring again, with the permission of whoever it is you have to report to. Okay, always remember this. Don't just go grabbing a horse and pull him out. Find out what the situation is for that day. And then whoever is in charge, then you say, yeah, you can do so-and-so with so-and whatever. And then you can go about and do what you want to do or need to do. Because I do the same thing. I'll ask, is there going to be somebody coming into the arena and doing anything? Because I don't want to interrupt what goes on here. Because these guys here are on a tight schedule. And they're busy. And so I don't want to interfere with that. Now, with the kids in school, it makes it a little bit easier for me to do a lot of different things. But when they get out of school again, like when the summer comes, of course we'll have daylight savings time, but then the horse will have already been worked pretty much through the day. So we don't want to push anything on the horse. But it's that respect that I give the people that work here. I'm here to help. I'm not here to cause any problems or hinder anybody or anything. I'm here to help. And if at any time anybody has any questions and I'm here, please feel free to ask me, because I want to help. All right? Our goals here, yours and mine, okay, should be to bring peace and calm and happiness to the horses of Saddle Up Riding Club. So when we come through that gate, we go back to attitude. How's your attitude? Did you have a bad day at school today? Did you have a fight with your mom and dad or your boyfriend or your girlfriend? If you did, it stays out there. They don't come in here, because the horses will pick up on it. And if you are to do any kind of handling or training, and listen to this, I want you to understand this for you young people here, and young lady there too, okay? Anytime you, hi buddy, He says, you've been ignoring me for too long. I don't like that. Anytime you handle a horse, you are training that horse. I don't care how much you know. I don't care how much that horse knows. You are training that horse every time you have it in hand, or if you're up in the saddle and you got those reins in your hands. You are training that horse, because if you let him get away with something one time, you may think he can get away with it again a second time or a third time. So you have to be consistent. So even though you young horse handlers here, okay, you are teaching him something or her something. Now, I want everybody to be very honest with me, please, because this is critical. And the reason why it's critical is because horses are excellent body language readers. Now, did you know, now you guys probably saw him walking up here towards me before I even saw him. I didn't even really see him. See, now he's coming up to me again, okay? So, I want to know how many people here, and I know that you all love horses because you wouldn't be here listening to me run my mouth. How many are you, of you, and please be very, very honest because I can't help you if you're not, are afraid of them? One? Now, I'm not talking about terrified or petrified or anything like that, but let's say when the horse makes a move like this or he stomps his foot, do you jump? How many do that? Please, raise your hands. All right, and so now we got 4. Okay, so see, now as I kind of get deeper into the subject, now we're finding out, oh, we got a little bit more. Are you afraid of horses? Now, I want you to be very honest. If a horse turns his head real quick, do you kind of like, oh, what's going on? What about the sidestepping of, okay, it makes you nervous, right?
Yeah.
And don't be afraid to say yes, because I need the honesty.
Well, the general rule, I'm not afraid of them.
Right.
There are some things that make me
But when they move, and Melissa, if you can help me out on this too, if they move, do you like, oh, what did you just do? See? Now that's a respectable fear. See, that's a respectable fear. What I want later on, as you learn more about your horses, is that when they do something like turn their head real quick, or they back up real quick, or they sidestep real quick, or they stomp their foot real quick, or they bring their head around to scratch or itch, that you know that that horse is doing it not to scare you or to hurt you, but because it's a natural reflex. If we have an itch, don't we all scratch it? Do people jump when you go, oh, I got an itch? Right? But when a horse does, they bring their head, they got a fly on them. I got a fly biting me. But there goes my glasses again. I got to quit doing that or get elastic or something. But here's the thing. But what they do is natural to them. See, but it's not natural to us because we expect the horse stand at attention and don't do nothing. Stand there, be perfect. Ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. But once you understand the body language of horses, it gets simpler. It gets simpler and it gets a lot easier, and it actually becomes even more fun because your confidence level will build up. How long have you been around horses? I don't think you were here when I asked.
under 2 years.
Under 2 years? Let's put you over there. Okay, now what I did was I asked anybody that had a year or less experience with horses, I put them over here so I can pick on you. Okay? Am I doing a good job of picking on you guys? Okay. But look, here's the thing. Let's have some fun with this and let's learn what we do well. Learn it well. It's one thing to learn it, but it's another thing to learn it well so that you can build that confidence in yourself, in that horse, and in people that are going to be associated with you. When you get that confidence built up, the sky's the limit. Okay? I gotta clean off my glasses again here. All right, so now okay, let's see. To bring peace, calm, and happiness to the horses to saddle up, as we do for the people that come out here that we help, that depend on us. Remember, it's all about the people that come through that gate to have a service provided for them, and that is to give them a little bit more quality of life. All right? That's what it's all about. That's why we do this. So we love the horses that we work, but we also love the people that we help. And it goes hand in hand. And if you keep that in mind, boom, you got it. So that's pretty much my little thing here. So now that I'm done talking, let's do a little action. All right? So I did introduce myself this morning to both Hercules and to Joker. Thank you. And I'm horrible with names. That's why I have my name in my underwear, so I remember it. Okay, but I am horrible with names, and I don't know why. I guess I got a couple of brain cells messing up there. But I do remember what I need to do as far as safety for horses and people. So I'm going to show you a couple of things now that I've ran my mouth for, what, half an hour, I guess, already. And I'm going to show you some things, and what I want you to really pay attention to is the body language of Hercules. Thank you. Okay, go ahead. If you see me stammer for more than a second, just yell out the name. I want you to pay attention to Hercules' body language. Now, I bought my carrot stick. Can somebody bring my carrot stick there? I know I came back into the thing. Sorry, Lloyd. Okay, but I got to go back and go get... Sorry. Okay, that's my cameraman, Lloyd. If you go on YouTube, all those videos that are on there, that's that gentleman right there. He does a great job for me. He don't get paid for it. Maybe I might buy him a slice of pizza or something, but, you know, other than that. But he loves doing it. He loves coming out to the ranch, too. All right, what I want you to do is I want you to really pay attention to Hercules' body language. I want you to pay attention to his head, how his eyes are, and how he looks to me for guidance. You're going to see the ears come in on me. You're going to see the eyes coming in on me. Now, you know what he did there just a little while ago, coming up to me? He did it twice, right? He did it twice, all the way from over there, and then I think he was over here, and he came back over here. That's called join up. And man, when you got that, I mean, the first time I did a join up like that, and know that I was actually doing it, I mean, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. It was so exciting. And guess what? The hair on the back of my neck went up when he did that. I mean, I don't care how many horses I do this with, it's still exciting. See? And that's what you want. When you see any of these people, any of Pirelli and Monty Roberts and everything else, they still get excited about what they do. This is what they love to do. I just wish I had the knowledge and the money that they got. Of course, they had to start from nothing. But at least I can do what I feel in my heart now. So I'm happy. I'm very happy. So, but I want you to watch him. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move him around, okay? And I'm going to ask him, he can do whatever he wants as long, and I make it very simple, as long as he stays in the same direction that I'm asking. So to give you an idea what I'm going to do before I go out there and do it, because I might, well, I got the mic on too. I can do some talking if I need to. Try not to. When I have my carrot stick here, now, how many, all right, who's been to any of the other two clinics that I've done so far? Who's been to the other clinics that I've done so far? I put on 2 clinics, so raise your hand up high, please. I want to see who's been here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. All right. So tell me about this carrot stick, Pat. Okay, can anybody tell me about this carrot stick?
When you use it as a training aid.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, and shake my hand.
And for hooking up.
Well, yeah, but it's a tool, but it has to be used properly. I see people use lunge whips and crops and just totally destroy the horse with it. Now, it is a tool that is, if it's used properly, will give you the results that you want. Is that not true? Okay. So you shook my hand, right? All right, shake my hand again. So what does this tell you? This tells you that this is an extension of my hand. Exactly. And you know what I think about the hand? It's the best tool that you can use. Your hands are the best tool. Not a halter, not a bit, but your hands. And when you get your hands on these horses, I'll shake your hand too. Okay? When you get your hands on these horses, that tells them a lot. That tells them an awful lot. And I went back here again. But this is what this is an extension. So I can probably still do this and get what I want. But maybe when he gets into a tighter circle. So when you see this in my right hand, okay, that means I'm going to ask him to go in a circle counterclockwise. When I switch it to the left hand, then he's going to turn around and he's going to go clockwise. So what I'm doing is I'm like a maestro, I guess. What do they call those guys that do that stuff? Maestro, is that what they call them? I'm actually a maestro out here. And I'm asking the horse to dance with me. And look at it this way, when you play with these horses like that, I'd rather dance with a horse than my wife. Because she always complains about me stepping on her feet. Okay? I don't have to worry about that with a horse. But really, when you think about some of the games that we do with these horses, that's like dancing with the horse. Alright? So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go up there and approach him. I'm going to get his attention. When I throw this out, what's up? Oh, fine, okay. When I throw this out like this, I'm going to do it at his shoulder. Now, a lot of people, when they lunge a horse, and they get the same results, they'll go behind their butt to move them forward. Now, the reason why I don't like using the butt is because that's actually a discipline area. So when a horse does something that you don't like and they know they did something they weren't supposed to do, you pop them on the butt or you pop them on the shoulder. One time, just a little quick. If you got a lead line, pop. That's it. And you'll be surprised how fast that horse will stand up and pay attention like, oh, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay? I like to use the shoulder because that's where you get your forward impulsion, is at the shoulder. So instead of taking your crop, now I know people do this, so I'm not, if that's what they do and they get the results, that's up to them. But I would rather sit the saddle, or if I'm on the ground lunging a horse, have it at their shoulder, behind their shoulder, to get that forward impulsion. So when you live there, you got a horse like your guy, Spirit. Okay, now Spirit's a nice horse, very nice horse. He's not a go horse though. Now, he does do good out on the trails, right, Pat? He does a good job for you on the trails. But when he was in here, it's like, I don't think so. Okay? So what we have to do is we have to encourage him to get that forward impulsion moving. So I showed Pat a couple of things. You've been able to practice on that a little bit?
Excuse me?
Have you been able to practice on that a little bit? Okay. All right. But there are some things that you can do to get your horse to move out. Now, a couple of horses here, like Remy, Mario, they're go horses. They're like, man, all you got to do is just give me a little squeeze, and I'm happy. I'm going. I'm moving out for you. All right? So what I do with this is I'm teaching them the direction I want them to go in and the forward impulsion at the same time. Okay, now I don't have to show you because he's going to pass me by. Okay, he's going to ignore me. Dang, I thought he was going to join up with me. Okay, but that's all right. Okay, so I'm going to get him to moving around a little bit. And I gave him a massage this morning. The only thing he's got going is a little bit, what did I say, the back, his back there a little bit, but nothing major. All right? Okay. And I like to blow kisses because it's a soft sound. Instead of like that, I feel like a chicken. So I like blowing kisses because it's a soft sound and you don't have to really be very loud. You know the limbo? Okay, everybody know the limbo dance? All right, what do they say? How low can you go? Okay, you know what I say about horses? How soft can you get? How soft can you get? Okay? The softer you can get, you'll be surprised how fast that horse will pick up on you. Okay? So let's see how soft I can get. Let's see how soft I can get, Mr. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to give him a little advantage because he's already in that direction. Now, once he moves, I'm going to quiet this. All right, he's moving. Now see how he turned his head and brought it into me? He's pretty much almost ready to join up, but I'm not ready for him. So I want him to go because I lost his attention. And that's how quick a horse can go from left brain to right brain. Just, oh, who's that over there? You got to get him left brain fast, okay? Especially if you're riding. Now, see, he's looking at me and says, okay, what do you want me to do? Ah, is he gorgeous? And what I'll usually do is I'll move him around in the same direction 4 times. Okay, so this is turn number 3. Now you see him looking back at me? He's asking, what do you want me to do again? I want you to move. Now, can anybody tell me a difference in him already? Just in that little walk that he did there, can anybody tell me what the difference was in his body language? Huh? Okay, but what told you that he was relaxed? Okay, what was about his head and eyes that told you? Lower, level with his back. Okay, very good. You guys have been paying attention. He's looking again. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to move him in the other direction. Okay, you don't get it. None of our problem. I'm going to help him out. Okay, there we go. And this is a game that I like to play with horses that I'm just starting to train or just introducing myself. So he's already getting 2 big developments today. First the massaging this morning and then me working up a joint up with him. So I'm going to move him again. And what I really would like is for him to have that circle get a little more tighter. And the reason why I want that circle to get a little more tighter is because so I don't have to watch so much further out, okay? But actually, no. When he starts tightening up that circle, that means he's starting to get what I'm asking. And that is, I want him to join up with me. Now, we already kind of got his look a little bit. So this is going to be the 3rd time he's going around in this direction, right? Is it the 3rd time? I want everybody awake now. Don't fall asleep on me. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, a little tighter now, isn't it? A little tighter. That's what I want. And look what I'm doing. I'm not working hard. I'm just getting him to do what I want, okay?
Sorry, Daniel, I feel bad. It will come out.
Now he wants to go the other direction, so maybe going counterclockwise is his favorite direction. But I want him to go around one more time. And then what I'm going to do, after he goes around this 4th time, and depending on how he cuts that circle, I'm going to hide his hiney. In other words, I'm going to disengage that back end. When you disengage the back end, they can't keep, if he goes like this, he can't, hey, I want to go, wait a minute, where am I going, okay? If he's got his back leg still going like this, he can keep going forward. I want the disengagement right here, okay? So one more turn around, then I'm going to see if I can disengage his hindquarters. And when I do that and he stops, I want him to look at me like you're the trainer and straight on and have both eyes on me. Then after I do that, then I will turn my back on him. And then I will move off to the side and see if he's going to come up to me. If he doesn't, I'll go to the other side. See, right now, he has no clue what I'm doing. He says, this guy's an idiot. Okay, he's partially right. But you can see, he's paying attention to me. Like, what is he going to do next? See, that's the body language. See? Beautiful. Okay, one more time around. Number 4, right? And you see how soft I got? Look how soft that was. Oh, look at this. Now, maybe I might not have to, so I'm going to drop the stick. I'm going to turn my back on him. Let's see what he does. Come on. How sweet is that? How sweet is that? Okay? Thank you very much. That's for him. Okay? That's the join up. Look at. I mean, come on. What did I give him a treat? No, I gave him a massage, but that was 6 hours ago. See, this is what natural horsemanship is all about. It's a partnership. It's a relationship. It don't get any better than this, let me tell you. It really doesn't. Once you got this foundation going, oh my God. And a lot of people say, oh, well, you go towards the gate. So he knows that you're going to go out, right? Am I going towards the gate? Now, I always love to pull that. Because they will. People will go, well, that's, you know, you're going towards the gate. So big deal. He knows you're going out. Well, no, how about if I want to go up here? This is all left brain. And guess what? You guys can do it too. It's not me. I'm nobody special. I'm just me that cares. That's all. I'm just me that cares. Who else cares in here? Raise your hand, everybody that cares. Okay, I need a volunteer. Hey, Jamie. I'll get you next. Okay, so now what we have to do here is basically, now see, you came towards the gate, says, okay, I'm leaving. See you later, Gene. Bye. Hercules. Okay, now Jamie, stop. Before you go anywhere, I want you to rub his neck. See if you can get his attention as soon as the gate's secured. Okay? Now, I want you to make sure you got him left brain. So I want you to rub on him. Rub his neck. Alright? Now he's busy eating grass. So you might have to help him a little bit. So pull him away from the grass. You see, right there, he went back to right brain. Even when your horse wants to eat grass, they went right brain on you. They went right brain. I want that blade of grass right there. No, I want you to pay attention to me. Come back to left brain. It's that quick that they lose that difference, and it's a fine line. A very fine line between left and right brain. Okay? All right, so come on over on this side. Oh, never mind. Keep walking straight. Going out. Oh. Okay. What do you think about that, guys? Is that not awesome? Is that not awesome? Stop. Okay. Now, all right. A lot of people go, "Oh, that's bad manners. Oh, your horse just bumped you. They shouldn't do that." Oh, God, please give me a break. Listen. How do horses communicate? By touching. Now, as long as he didn't whip his head and knock me on my butt, that's fine. That was like, okay, I feel safe. When a horse puts their nose on you, they feel safe. Okay, now I want you to go that way. Yeah, you guys did great. Hey, I'll tell you what, pat on the back for these guys that got these two. I mean, you guys did excellent. I couldn't have done any better. I couldn't have done any better. Look at that. Okay, come on back. All right, who wants to try it next?
He's never had any of this done, so.
No, not by me anyway.
No, he's never had any natural horse
Okay,
done.
so, and that's why I wanted to use him or use Joker, because I can do it with other horses that I've worked with. They've got it. They understand it. Mario understands it. Big understands it. Remy, I haven't done too much with him yet. Okay, go ahead and walk to the gate. And next victim. Oh, he's already ready. Look at him. All right. Okay, just wait till the gate's secured. And look, when you get soft, and Jamie did a great job, okay? Her body language was soft. Now, she had to get him back to left brain again, because what do you want to do? You wanted to eat that grass, okay? So what you're going to do, young man, is you're going to rub his neck, and you're going to do the same thing that Jamie did. No, let me back up a little bit. Now, right there told him that you're a little bit nervous. Okay, so how come you're not over there? How long you been around horses? About a year and a half. Okay, so let me show you something. Let's walk over here. All right, now I'm not going to make you look bad. I want you to understand this. But as soon as you went up to him and you did this, your body language was stiff. So that's why he turned in like, okay, what's that all about? Did anybody see that? His body language a little bit stiff. He's not real sure. But he put his hand up like this, like, did you think he was going to bite at you, or just wanted to make sure he wasn't going to do anything?
Yeah, the first place where I was working on horses, they told me that every single time I approach a horse, I'm not going to smoke you.
Okay, and that's a good thing. But here, watch how I'm going to approach him. I'm going to approach him between his head and his shoulder. Now, when they're looking straight on, see, like right there, he can see me. Okay, so watch how I walk up to. First of all, I'm going to call out his name. Hercules, right? Hercules, because he knows his name, so that's familiarity. That's going to get him left brain real quick. All right. Hey, Hercules, how you doing, buddy? And then I'm going to approach him between his head and his shoulder. That's the important thing, his head and his shoulder. So you're not as threatening. So now I want you, like where you got your hands right there, I want you to start approaching him and call out his name. Say, hey, Hercules. And then when you get up there, pet him on the neck. There you go. Now, did you see the difference there? See, his body language stiffened and Hercules picked up on it that quick. That quick. See? But he didn't pick his head up this time, did he? Okay? So now, what I want you to come around this way a little bit. I want you to rub his neck and then have him follow you. Now, do you normally walk that way? That's how you walk? Okay. As long as that's how you walk, don't try to fake it with a horse. That's the worst thing you can do, is try to fake it with a horse. If you're stiff, how does that horse know what your true body language is? Okay? Be patient with them. Okay? Walk away. See what I'm saying? Okay, and if that's his natural walk, that's beautiful. But I see so many, and what I have to do, now see, you lost him that quick. Rub his neck, walk away.
I don't get up till 8.
See? That's how quick they can go from left to right brain. That's how quick. All right? Very nice. Okay, come on back. All right, I don't know how much time I was allotted, but I'm starting to lose people.
Yeah, no,
So,
they're starting to go soon.
okay.
Too, anyways.
All right, so anyway, whoever's left, thank you. And I know other people, because they already told me that they had to leave. But look at this. Stop. I mean, come on. How awesome is that? Now, granted, with all the people that we have coming in and out of here, we don't do this. This is more like demonstrations, like when you see people standing up on the horse's back and stuff. I mean, is that okay? Yeah, I guess it's showmanship. But here's the thing. Huh?
It's called vaulting.
It's called who?
Vaulting. You stand up and back.
Vaulting? Okay. All right, so I'm sure that there is a reason to do it, but the horse still has to know what you're communicating. Still has to know what you're all about. I myself wouldn't do it. I don't have the balance for it anymore. 30 years ago I might have, but I don't have the balance anymore. And that's another thing we have to take. You guys are young. Okay, I'm getting up there. So my balance, my mobility, my movement is not as quick as it used to be, and I understand that. But it's still quick enough for me to be out. Oh, you still stand? Oh, okay. All right, thanks. You did a great job. All right, now how did that feel when he followed you?
Good.
Isn't that awesome? It's awesome stuff, I'm telling you. Okay, now see if you can bring him over to my lead line here. So, rub his neck. All right, see if you can bring him back to you. There you go. All right, and go on up to my lead line. I'm telling you, I don't care if he's the 10 millionth horse to do this. It's still a thrill. I want to thank you all for being here, and I hope I taught you something. I hope you had some fun with it. And I hope to have many more. Okay? Thank you very much. Thank you.